welcome everybody to Tony's Photography Corner. What we're going to do in this video is we're going to head out of this wind for a few minutes and head down to Lass's favourite spot. And I thought probably what we ought to try and do for our first photography video YouTube thing is try and get some shots of Lassie doing her favourite thing with a ridiculous camera to bring wild camping, and probably an even more ridiculous lens that the average person, generally speaking, for photography, unless you're a high-end professional portrait photographer or a completely and utterly insane photographer. Well, let's rephrase that, because the trolls are going to have a field day with this channel, so bring them on, because we welcome trolls. I get very hungry and I like eating trolls, because some people that do YouTube photography videos are probably very expert in their fields.
The two things that we can see being used in this video, and which I will cover in more detail in a follow-up video at some point in the future, is this lens has a 1.4 aperture, which is a very, very narrow depth of field. This is why in all but one of the photos where Lass's nose is sharp, all of the photos have her eyes as being sharp and the rest of the body being very, very soft. This is because of a very narrow depth of field, and we are also using the autofocus on or back button for most of this shoot. Again, these are things which we will discuss in the future.
We'll come on to my level of, or lack of, level of expertise in the future, but for now what we're going to do is we're going to find, I did hit record, that's good. Just had this sudden awful feeling that I'd not hit record. We have. This is obviously one of Lass's favourite splashing spots around here. So what we're going to do is, wait there a minute, Lassie. Let's come around here. You can see there's been a lot of water. It's clearly been very wet for this time of the year. Come over this side, Lassie, a bit. Come over this side. This side. No. Lassie, over this. No. Oh, that's useful. You can tell we're expert at this, Lassie. Now, these reeds are right in the way there, Lassie. They are the worst place reeds it's ever possible to be. I'm getting a cold, wet ass. All right. This is precarious, to say the least. Whoever said that? Ooh, that's a bit that's a bit wobbly. You can still see me, we're recording, so if we fall in, then we will get that benefit anyway. Go on then. Go on, go down that way. Go on then. Go on then. Come on, we'll see if we'll see what we get if you down here. Oh dear. Oh, Lassie, there's no hope. No one's ever going to watch this channel, Lassie. They're all going to go and watch someone else. It's probably. Oh God, Lassie. I think we need to try this way round here, Lassie. What do you reckon? I think we'd give you the camera, Lassie. Oh no, you're too close now. Go on, go back a bit. Go on, go back. It's a good job you're good job you're well trained, isn't it? Okay, all right. Like I said, we haven't exactly got the world's best lens for this.
Meaning that focus is absolutely critical, you get it accurate.
Right. Bessie, come here. Right. Let's see. Of course, there's one slight problem with the GoPro on the top. And we'll have to, it'll be interesting to see what it does actually, because it does automatically flip around. So it might actually keep you, it might actually be keeping you, the GoPro might be doing better than me, Lassie. So let's get it focused on your eye, because of course this is old-fashioned technology. We don't have all this modern eye detecting stuff. So we've had it on manual shutter speed, manual aperture, but auto ISO, and I've deliberately kept the aperture at 1.4 because this is a 1.4 lens, but this is probably the kind of nonsensical nonsense that you will probably get on this channel. So you can all unsubscribe now, and Lassie and I will just carry on, probably to Poop Deck, who's probably the only one who will stay. So we're going to get under cover. We're going to lower that in a minute. I've made it higher to get underneath it. I borrowed this tent from a friend, Chris Townsend, and this is more my usual type of shelter. Of all the days to have wind, and it had to be today, didn't it? One day when I'm actually down here. Okay, let's get under some cover. Well, welcome to my usual, most favourite camping home. The one or two of you have got this far. My name is Tony Hobbs, and I've been doing YouTube for over 10 years, mostly very unsuccessfully, going by the numbers, but very successfully from the point of view that the one or two that watches enjoys, and very successfully from the point of view that, and the most important thing, is that I enjoy it. And we'll talk a teeny weeny bit, and then I'll shut up and we'll do other things, you know, in the future. I won't, there's no point saying everything in this video, because, you know, not everyone is going to be, you know, used to someone going on quite so long. I have a Sony a6400 with a Zeiss Sony f4 16-70 lens, and here this is the Nikon D4, and this has the AFS Nikon 85mm 1.4G Nikon with the N, which I think is for nano, I don't know what that means, nano or something. Yeah, I just like nice stuff, and I haven't taken any photographs properly for 10 plus years. Personal reasons, really. I've been doing, you know, camping videos, such like. And I've always enjoyed photography. I will admit I've never been very good at it. You know, I just enjoy it. And I thought if I started up a channel, might encourage some new people. People might be interested in someone else who, you know, knows a little bit, but not a huge amount, not a great big know-it-all. And we can kind of learn together, as it were. One thing to take away from this is when you're getting camera bodies, where possible, try to invest in good quality glass. And I think Chris Townsend is a classic example of someone who uses the slightly cheaper glass to great effect. Personally, I've always preferred, the more the more higher end glass, let's say. And we certainly have some very, very high end glass, which we will discuss and go over as we move forward, with this channel. I don't know exactly what we're going to do. Obviously, most of what I do is hiking and camping, so I guess a lot of photography will be based on that. I used to really, 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 really love aviation photography. In fact, aeroplanes really is probably my absolute #1 passion. So if anyone stumbles across this channel and has any contacts in the aviation world and can help out, please do. Animals we can try. I don't know how successful we will be based on our efforts with Lassie. We'll just see how it goes, really. Like I said, this Nikon D4, I'll probably do another video on it in more detail. Some of the YouTubers that I've seen recently when I've been looking at photography YouTube channels, they've recently bought the D4 for between £500 and £1,000 or something like that, whatever they're going for these days. It won't surprise those of you that know me, which obviously won't be that many, but I bought this back in the day brand new, and unfortunately it just hasn't had very much use. So we will see what we do, moving forward. Clearly I won't be bringing it camping with me very much, but we will see what we do, moving forward with it. For those of you that are interested, it has a shutter count of around about 4,500 actuations of the shutter, so it's hardly used at all. I have a D850 at home, which I can show you at some point, which again I brought new, and I have put my name down for the new Alpha 6700, which probably is a bit of a waste of time and probably a bit of a waste of money, considering I haven't really done very much with this. I was mainly using the 6400 for video work when I was camping, and virtually never really took a photograph with it, to be fair, which was a bit silly, but there you go, that's how it goes. I then switched to GoPro, and I mainly was using the GoPro because I just found that much more steady for holding and significantly lighter, than this. But again, I might very well start bringing this or the 6700 and, and try and get some shots and do some video of some description of what we're doing. Like I said, I think what I'll do is I'll go through cameras, what I've got in other videos moving forward. This is more just a very basic, introduction to a couple of bits that we have. A welcome to you all. We've done a few shots. We'll see what they look like when we get home. Hopefully another thing that we will try and do on this channel is I'll try and learn, you know, and figure things out a little bit more moving forward. And things that I learn and things that I already know, you know, hopefully I can share with people that are stupid enough to watch. Thank you very much if you did get this far, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button if you're interested in just something a little bit different in the photography world.